I'm George Schofield, and today I'd like to talk about incremental planning. Incremental planning, what is that? I just want a plan. Well, if you look at what's going on in the world and you look at what's going on in the workplace, the fact is most of us cannot do effective long-term planning anymore. Why? Because change is simply happening too fast, too often, and too densely. If you look at a major stock exchange prediction that the major companies in the United States on their stock exchange will have an average lifespan of only 12 years. You can't go to work for a major auto manufacturer anymore and know when you're going to retire or be even plan on being there 30 years. It's not going to happen. So, what can we do instead? Because we all need plans and we all believe in plans. And the answer is incremental planning. You can have a plan for, say, the next year and a half. Pretty concrete. You can work that and make that strong. 18 months, maybe to 3 years, 4 years. We can have a plan for that too, but it's going to have to be very adaptable because who knows what life's going to be like 4 years from now. And then we have 4 years to 8 or 10 years. That's almost impossible to plan in a concrete way so that you know that where you're trying to go is going to be there when you get there. So let's talk about incremental planning again. Incremental planning doesn't mean no plan. It means a shorter term plan that's pretty concrete, and then the next time frame, if you will, which is less concrete than that but clear. And the further out you get on the timeline, the less locked in you are because you don't know what's going to be happening. How do we do that? Not only do we have to do that and do it well, but part of how we do that is we have to do regular updates. We have to scan the horizon. We have to see what else is happening. So let me give you a very concrete example. Someone came to me and wanted to build her own business. Terrific. She had an entrepreneurial idea. She knew there was something out there in the marketplace that she wanted to do. Very concrete. She knew how to get the business launched and up in the first 24 months. What she didn't know was whether or not her product and service would need to be made have major adaptations after 24 months. She didn't know which segment of the marketplace would really love it and which wouldn't after 24 months. She didn't know what kind of staff she would need after 24 months. So we built a shorter term plan knowing all along that adaptability was an essential ingredient. Now, there's a real trap in doing this, and that trap looks like this. It's hard work. And if you want to rely on slogans and you don't want to rely on, you have to get it down to being able to be described in 20 seconds, that's not going to give you the depth that you need as a person who's responsible for your work life or your business or some major portion of where you're going to put your energy and what you're banking your future on. So here's what we do together. We build an incremental plan. It certainly looks like a longer term plan, but it's very concrete in the beginning, and the further out we get, the more general or set of intentions it is. I want you to have intentions. I want you to have desires, and I certainly want to see them come true. But I don't want to pretend that what you want today for 10 years from now is what's going to work for you 10 years from now. You're not going to be the same person. The world isn't going to be the same. You may have made some major changes in your life, and we have to be ready to adapt that. So I believe in incremental planning for all of us, myself included. And I'd like to have you join me in doing that. Come work with me. Let's build something that really is smart, but it also gives you the opportunity to adapt it and develop it and fine tune it as you go along so it's as real as possible. Thanks.